Wow. How about this? Get it? WoW. World of Warcraft. Well, you clicked on the title, you know. World of Warcraft. Coming to Xbox? Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a big possibility. And well, let me just get into it. Here's the article. But before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and turn that bell on for notifications so you know whenever I put up new content, as well as new episodes of Ready to Start podcast every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And let's get into this. So, this was pretty interesting, in my opinion. This comes from Pure Xbox. Blizzard on the possibility of WoW on Xbox. We are Microsoft now. Of course we're talking about that. A lot of people had talked about this before. Of course they did. But now it's like, it's a thing. So this article is not too long, but let's read and then discuss afterwards. There's been a lot of conversation previously about whether or not Blizzard's legendary MMO World of Warcraft could one day come to consoles. So is there a chance now that the Microsoft acquisition is complete? During an interview at BlizzCon 2023, World of Warcraft Vice President and Executive Producer Holly Longdale mentioned how the team is apparently open to the idea and talks about it, quote, all the time, unquote. When asked more specifically about a possible release on the Xbox in the future, Longdale mentioned how the team was also talking about that while reminding everyone that Blizzard is technically Microsoft now. As for the immediate future of World of Warcraft and big questions like an Xbox or Game Pass release on PC, she notes how Blizzard hasn't actually had a conversation with Xbox about this just yet, as it's been just weeks since the acquisition. While it's all sounding quite promising right now, Blizzard hasn't always been so open to the idea of WoW coming to console, with a comment last year mentioning that it's a game designed, quote, ground up for the PC, end quote. Longdale also apparently stressed how Warcraft's teams have only had limited interaction with Xbox's game studios since the deal was finalized. Still, Blizzard has entered a new era now, so anything could happen under Xbox. At BlizzCon 2023 this year, Blizzard announced the World Soul Sage, with the first expansion releasing in 2024. In addition to this, it's bringing Cataclysm to WoW Classic next year. So I got a little kick because I don't know too much about WoW. I tried playing it a while ago. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of MMOs except for Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe back in the day. I played some Terra and Final Fantasy, of course. But with it being part of Microsoft, I think this is a thing. It could possibly be, but there were a couple things in here that made me chuckle, of course, because it's just the direction that Xbox and Microsoft are taking. If it does come to Xbox, don't expect it to be that good. Yeah, because it is a PC title, and what they'll do is they'll probably, how do I say this? They're not going to put their all into it. And there's going to be issues and stuff like that. Plus, now that we see who's heading up Xbox, we're going to have we're going to see a lot of problems over the next few years. With that being said, a lot of people are complaining about how Microsoft is being run, how Xbox is being run. Yeah, we're getting a lot of great games on Game Pass right now, but some people are saying that's debatable. That's a topic for another video. Oof. I've been reading and seeing all kinds of people going back and forth about how Xbox is perceived to be headed in the future. Let's just end it with that. Do you think WoW will be coming to Xbox? Honestly, I think if it does, it's not going to be too good. we might see issues. I think we'd have a better chance of seeing Warcraft 3 in some form or fashion come to Xbox, or maybe an older version of Warcraft that was on an old PC. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not a PC guy. I don't play PC games. I played Warcraft once and I didn't like it. World of Warcraft, sorry. And I wasn't a big fan. I think I got up to like level 8 and I'm like, nah, I'm done. And I wanted to do, who are the good guys? Who are the good guys? I forgot what they're called, but I know the bad guys are the Horde, the Alliance. There you go. I wanted to play them, but people I were playing with, they're like, no, we're Horde. And I was like, oh, okay. So I picked an Orc and I was like, yeah, I'm not having any fun. So I created another account to play Alliance and I still wasn't having any fun. So it's just my personal opinion. I can understand how games like this are definitely enjoyable, especially people who like to grind and play as a character and spend a lot of time in said world. Because personally, I'm one of those people that feels that way about Elder Scrolls, especially Skyrim, Oblivion, and Morrowind. Spent a lot of time in those games, even Elder Scrolls Online. Haven't played that in a couple of years. I kind of pulled back from that. And I completely understand. I really got big into Phantasy Star Online 2 when it released on Xbox. I spent too many hours and I had to pull myself out of that just because it was addictive, very addictive. So I understand. This just wasn't my cup of tea in terms of WoW. Like I said, I did play other MMOs, so I really understand how people can like it. It's just, hey, playing on a controller, coming to Xbox, that might be a bit rough. They might release a special keyboard specifically for WoW on Xbox. I could see them doing that. It's a possibility, right? I think so. Maybe a special keyboard and mouse. WoW edition keyboard and mouse for your Xbox if you want to play it on there. And then basically they can just port the thing over and see how that goes. Classic, or as people have told me, it's called vanilla. Because, that's what we called, that's what us in the TCG world, trading card games, call original Yu-Gi-Oh! When they released Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanilla, or we call it MTG Vanilla, which is basic Magic from back in the day before all these wonky expansions over the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. Things have gotten a little out of hand. But yeah, I completely understand. So I've rambled on long enough. What do you guys think about WoW coming to Xbox? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you care if it happens? Do you think it's even going to run well? If it does, how do you think it's going to play? I really want to know what everybody thinks about this. Maybe we'll even talk about it this week on the podcast, because this is something that I think will definitely raise a couple of eyebrows. And if it comes to Game Pass on PC, that's another thing. But hey, is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, turn that bell on for notifications so you know whenever I put out any new content, as well as new episodes of Ready to Start podcast every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.